あのバッジを見るな海賊ども。
ソゲキング。
Subscribe to that channel.
了解。シャツファイヤーバトルスター。
まさか。
完了。
Hello everyone, back with another video and another series for this week. I wasn't able to attend locals due to some personal stuff, so I'm pre-recording a bunch of videos on a theme this week, and the theme is going to be color weeks. So I will probably revisit this theme in the future, but just explaining what I'm doing, I used some help from my my friends at locals to pick a color, and this week each of the videos is going to be a multicolor leader of a single color, and my locals helped me pick the color black. So I'm going to be going through generally in color order some multicolor black decks and kind of showing off some brews that I put together, and then some basic sim games. So for the first edition of that, we are on black red, and the leader I picked for this one is the Sabo from OP10. His ability is he's a 5,000 for life leader, which would be probably all of the leaders this time around. But we have Dawn times 1, opponent's turn, once per turn. If one of your characters with 5,000 power or more were to be KO'd, you may instead give that character minus 1,000 for the turn. So the angle I decided to go with this one is one that is focused both on revolutionary armies, because my leader is Revo army, so I'll get to take advantage of Karasu and revive him with Sabo. Revo army is the first theme that I've got. I went through and picked some of the best Revo army cards, making sure to grab some Fire Fists to help me deal with Green Kid potentially, and then Dragon being a searchable top end off of Bella Betty seemed like a good call. And then due to the popularity of these Straw Hat cards, especially with the kind of inherent synergy of this being a Dawn times 1 ability and this giving your leader a Rested Dawn, I'm going with the Luffy and some of the more aggressive Straw Hats. I wanted to try out Zoro because I feel like Zoro drop Karasu on your opponent's turn when they're not ready seems like a pretty strong ability, and that's after you've protected the Zoro for a turn. Or if you're worried about removal, you can let Karasu come out and then use Sabo's leader ability to protect it. So this is kind of where I ended up. The blockers I have, because blockers are quite strong in this leader, we have the 2020 Chopper, who happens to also be a 2K, and our Sabo, who can protect our board just naturally. So this is kind of where the list is at, and let's just jump into some games. Alright, we have our first game here versus Monkey D. Luffy, the red-purple one. Looking at this hand, opponent's chosen go first. I think I could do better than this. I am going to mulligan. Karasu's pretty good in this matchup, so I'm going to look for that. Nothing to do here, so we'll just pass. Oh, good thing we didn't try to play anything out. I think we'll take the first one here. It is probably good for us to have access to... Let's see. Oh, this is unfortunate. Guess we're gonna have to just play out Zoro and pass. We don't get to swing at lead. Our hand is stacked full of 4-drops. That's probably a sign that I need to adjust something in the deck, but it is what it is. On the following turn, I'm probably going to... Okay. Let's see, Queen. That's going to be a little unfortunate for us. 6 again. I think it's correct for us to start guarding here. I'm not sure what my opponent's holding up one for. Let's go ahead and play Luffy and swing 6, put one on lead. I think this is just going to be a 6/6/6 turn. And then if he goes to swing back into my guys, I've got leader ability to protect them, which I think will work out nicely for us. See how they play it. They take 6 again. We have a lot of Ivankovs. That might not work out nicely for us, but we will see if we can make it work. I think if they do go to kill Zoro, it is correct for us to play out Ivan, to then play out Lindbergh off of Ivan's ability. But we'll see where this goes. My opponent going to... they are at 7. They're going to backman. Makes sense. That does get around our ability, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. Here, I think I'm gonna take this one. Yeah, this Luffy's just great. I think I probably just play this Luffy over and over. Here we might want to use Mulgun, but that does cramp our ability to play other things in the turn, so maybe we don't do that. I think it is good to probably play out this Luffy though, and just because it's no counter, it does not benefit me to keep it in hand. And I think we just probably go with some bigger swings here. Then a 6 and an 8 probably. Let's just go 6 here. We do need to find some 2Ks. Without some 2Ks, we're going to be in trouble. Here, I think we just go at face because this queen is something we can mulligan on a future turn. Yeah, that's great. Now he's on 0. I think this is a decent spot. If he gets a Newgate or 10 drop Shanks, even Shanks I think we can probably deal with because we get to protect our bodies here. Okay, Shanks, they're gonna go 6 at 5. We'll probably just give 2. No, that's fine. We let that one go. Resolve this one. Play out the Lindbergh? No, the let's play out Ivan. My opponent's not gonna have any we're gonna be at 10 Dawn. We can mulligan and then stack a bunch to go for as big a lethal as we can. We do need to invest some Dawn to get places with Luffy here, so we got to keep that in mind. See how my opponent reacts here. Haven't used lead ability, so we can protect a bit. Yeah, I think we might be able. It'll be tough. They would have to swing with Queen, I think, to get this Luffy off the board, and I think we would be willing to protect that. If they do swing with Queen, we don't need mulligan. I think we just go for big swings here and see where we're at. The opponent's pretty deep in the tank right now. 7 here. Here I think we give our 3 ones. Resolve. 6 at lead. We take that. Let's see how they play it. They've got at most. Let's see here. So I think we mulligan first. Oh no, I misplayed it. That's so unfortunate. live, and this is the first time I played that card, and my goodness, is that unfortunate. They do get a block here. They do have to give me one. Yeah, this is real tough. Then I gotta try to get through 5 cards. I get a block. If we split here, this is at 4. This is at 6, that's 10, 15, that's 7, 8. Yep, that mulligan misplay is going to be the death of us. So let's go. Oh, I should have done the other Luffy. Oh well. What do we play out here? Do we play out Lindbergh or not? Let's just go. Let's go 8 or 7. Because 4, 7, 8 would have been great. Opponent's thinking a little long on this. They don't need to try this hard to sort this out. I'm tempted. Do I go 6 and try to find a 2K? I can't survive this. Let's go. Yeah, let's see if they have all bricks. If they have all bricks, that's fine. Yep, I figured. Let's look for a 2K. We found a 2K. Yep. Depending on what my opponent had in hand, I definitely had the game there if I remembered. Oh, that's going to be enough to get us. For sure. We got 3 to work with. We can counter out of not that one. That's a little better, but not enough. Here we are versus Zoro. This is going to be an interesting one. I do not want 2 mulligans to start, though, so we are going to pass up on that one. We're going to search here. I feel like Lindbergh is actually quite strong here, so we're going to hold on to Lindbergh. Here, I think we just go 8 and pass. Again, with the not having the lower drops, that's probably a mistake for this thing. Here, I think we have to play out Lindbergh. That is quite the play here. I am going to counter out of this one because they ain't getting smaller. Here, we got to play out Lindbergh. So let's go 6 at Chopper. Play out Lindbergh. We're gonna have to use this mulligan probably. Let's see. Oh, KO. Oh, because it lowered his power. 6 here. We are gonna take this one. Okay, Karasu. I think we counter. Alright. So, Karasu or Luffy. Probably Luffy. And then go 6 here. Let's see how my opponent reacts. They spawn another one. I'm gonna have to go 8 here. Get it and pass. See how the opponent plays it out. Opponent's very proficient at playing Zoro, so that is a thing. 8. I think it's correct to defend that because it requires more investment from my opponent here. 7. Use the card action. 6. Okay, he does get it. not in a great spot. This chopper is going to be the death of us, probably. Alright, we're gonna have to take it. Here we're gonna play this out, because if we can get a good hit, except for if I... no, we can play it. Earn cards to deck. Let's do 2 on Ivan. Play out a Karasu. We gotta shrink this chopper. 6 at 4? Is that good enough? No, we gotta go 7 at 4. We gotta get him off the board eventually. And we pass. We just have to not die here, I think. Which is actually, that's non-trivial. So we'll see where we end up. We're gonna be in for a world of hurt here, seeing as we have only 1k worth of counter. 7. I am going to take up. I think it's over. Yup, we got it. We got here. All right, here we have Nico Robin. This is an interesting one. They chose to go second. I am going to keep because I have a searcher here. So we're gonna go ahead and use the searcher here. Let's grab the Karasu. Pass the turn. I'm thinking 5-5 is the correct line here. Because I don't think my opponent is going to want to swing at my Belabetti just because that uses up their banish attack. Let's see how they play it though. And then... Okay. Olvia, they're getting some good balance here. Okay. Oh, double triggers. It is what it is. I still think we have a reasonable spot here because this Mulgun will be useful. They do use their swing on my Belabetti, which I am perfectly okay with. Here, I think it is correct to do... Is it Luffy? They're going to... They're at 5. They'll be going to 7. I think Luffy is correct here. We're gonna swing, put one on lead, because I think he'll be reasonably protected here. My opponent has to invest quite a bit of resources to get him off the board here, only being at 7. The Shirahoshi is gonna be annoying eventually, but I think we can get around it. See how the opponent plays it. These Sabos are going to be great next turn. Derishi, that's fine. Let's see if the opponent knows their stuff. Oh, another Shirahoshi. 7 at me. I think I just let this one go. I'm going to have blockers up next turn. So I don't want to get too invested in protecting things that aren't worth protecting. My opponent is looking to go into defensive mode. If I do 5, so I go 5, and then at 7s and 7. We're gonna get rid of these Ivankovs, I think. Let's go 7. And then another 7. They go to 0. Is it another trigger? It's not another trigger. Here's probably going to be 5. This one we definitely counter because we don't want to give them a freebie here. I suspect we're gonna see a what's it called? A Big Mom here. If they play Big Mom, then Sabo, playing a second Sabo is very strong. They are gonna attack, and we're gonna protect. Here, I think we do Karasu, Shrink Leader, swing 6, give 1. This is going to be quite effective, I think. We're going to swing 6/6 and then play out our blocker here, I believe. Swing 6. We're going to swing another 6. Swing another 6. Opponent has to give us either the blocker or some cards here. And then we're going to play another Sabo. We're going to get rid of Mulgun. And I'm actually going to get rid of this Luffy because I'm hoping that we, playing out this third Sabo, will lock out their ability to remove stuff. All of my stuff is big enough to knock at Yamato. Karasu's the one that we really want to protect here. I'll counter this one. Let's give him the Otama. 10. If they play another ace, that's fine. We'll block for free. It's a Yamato. They heal. I think we're still in a very good spot here. So what we want to do, we want to play out something so that we get the biggest use out of our... Maybe let's put ace down in case we have to pivot. So now we're going to do 2 on Karasu. Shrink lead. We have got 6 left, which is perfect. Let's go 6, put 1 on lead. Let's go Scum Gum Giant. 6. Give me the giant if you've got it. 0. Oh, they have no cards left. Cancel. We don't. We do have rush. So let's swing here. They'll block. And then Zoro with 2 Dawn has rush to finish. Gum Gum Giant, no discard. Cool stuff. So we did get one in the end. So going back to the deck real quick. I think the biggest thing that I noticed is I don't have enough mid-range bodies. I've got all the 4s in the world, but none of the 3s. I think with the Revolutionary Army package, the yellow fits in that 3s pretty well. So that's why Bella Betty can see more play. I didn't get to see too much out of this Zoro. And I almost never got to a spot to play Dragon. So I'm not sure what my findings are on this deck. It's an interesting one. I don't think that it's like completely unviable, but it's probably better served. This package is probably better served in a different deck. So that is it for the first of the videos in this Color Weeks series for Black Red, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks. Bye.